future Queen Princess Leonor to wed Prince Christian, the most lavish royal wedding ever. The world thought it knew what to expect from royalty. Ceremonies filled with grandeur, traditions stretching back centuries, and carefully orchestrated appearances. But then came the announcement that shattered expectations. Princess Leonor of Spain, the future queen, is set to wed Prince Christian of Denmark. A love story uniting two monarchies, sparking not just celebration, but shockwaves across Europe and beyond. And here's the twist: this is not just a royal wedding. It's being hailed as the most lavish, the most symbolic, the most historic royal wedding of our time. But behind the glittering headlines and breathtaking imagery, lies a story deeper, more emotional, and far more human than anyone could have imagined. From the first moment the news broke, the reactions were electric. Spanish streets erupted in pride, with crowds waving red and gold flags, chanting Leonor's name, and proclaiming their joy. Denmark, too, found itself swept in jubilation, with Danish citizens praising Prince Christian's destiny as not just a royal consort, but a bridge between nations. Yet, not all voices were celebratory. Within the walls of Zarzuela Palace, whispers of tension, hesitation, and even quiet resistance emerged. Could Leonor, Spain's dutiful heir, truly balance the weight of the crown with the choice of her heart? The love story began quietly, far away from the flashing cameras. Leonor and Christian, two young royals raised in parallel worlds, first crossed paths during private gatherings of European royalty. What started as polite exchanges blossomed into stolen glances, heartfelt conversations, and eventually, an undeniable connection. This union was not born from political strategy but from genuine affection. And that is precisely why it has captured the world's imagination. Because in the midst of royal duty, here was a story of love daring to thrive. Yet, as history reminds us, love within royalty has never been simple. Leonor, as the future Queen of Spain, is bound by a destiny larger than herself. Christian, as Denmark's heir, is equally tied to traditions and expectations. The prospect of two monarchies intertwining is thrilling to some, but daunting to others. Critics argue it risks complicating alliances. Supporters, however, insist it could usher in a new era of unity, symbolizing a Europe more connected, more intertwined than ever before. As preparations for the wedding begin, details have already left jaws dropping. Insiders reveal a ceremony planned for Madrid's Almudena Cathedral, one of Spain's most majestic settings, filled with centuries of history. Guests will include monarchs from across Europe, dignitaries from the world stage, and representatives from Spain's diverse regions. The scale is said to rival, if not surpass, the legendary weddings of Prince William and Catherine, or even Prince Rainier and Grace Kelly. With budgets rumored in the hundreds of millions, the event is not just a wedding, it is set to become a spectacle of global fascination. But beyond the spectacle, lies the question everyone is asking: who is Leonor, truly, as she steps into this moment? Born in 2005, she has carried the weight of destiny since childhood. Trained from her earliest years to embody duty, service, and discipline, she has walked a path unlike any teenager. From her military training, where she stood shoulder to shoulder with Spain's future defenders, to her education abroad in Wales, Leonor has prepared tirelessly for the role she is destined to inherit. And yet, she remains human, a young woman, deeply in love, stepping into marriage before the eyes of the world. Christian's story mirrors hers in many ways. The son of Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, he too has been raised in the spotlight. With his Australian mother bringing a modern touch to Danish royalty, Christian has lived with one foot in tradition and another in a more contemporary world. His union with Leonor is seen by many as the perfect fusion of Old World monarchy and New World progress. Together, they represent not just royalty, but a new model of leadership rooted in humanity, accessibility, and love. Still, behind the fairy tale, there are shadows. Inside the Spanish royal household, rumors swirl of quiet unease. Some advisors question whether Leonor's marriage to another future monarch may complicate Spain's constitutional monarchy. Others, however, see it as a masterstroke, a way of securing Spain's influence in Europe for generations. Even among the public, voices differ. Many cheer the romantic fairy tale, but some caution that such lavish celebrations may feel out of touch in times of economic hardship. The wedding, then, is not just a personal event, it is a mirror reflecting Spain's hopes, fears, and identity in the modern world. And yet, through it all, Leonor and Christian appear unwavering. Sources close to the couple describe a bond of remarkable strength. Late-night conversations stretching into dawn. Shared dreams of the future. And an understanding of the monumental responsibility they carry together. For Leonor, this marriage is not a distraction from her duty, it is, in her eyes, a way to embrace it fully, with a partner by her side. The lavishness of the preparations cannot be overstated. Fashion houses across Europe are vying for the honor of designing Leonor's gown. Some whisper that Spain's own designers will take the lead, creating a masterpiece that combines tradition with modern elegance. Others predict a Danish influence, blending cultures in a symbolic gesture. Every choice, from flowers to guest lists to music, has been weighed not only for beauty but for meaning. Every detail tells a story. Every moment carries weight. And so, the world waits. Headlines scream of history in the making. Commentators call it the wedding of the century. Social media explodes with speculation, admiration, and criticism. But beneath the frenzy, one truth remains clear: this is more than a royal event. It is the union of two young hearts, stepping boldly into a shared destiny. Imagine the scene. The cathedral doors swing open, the music swells, and Leonor, Spain's future queen, steps forward in her gown. Crowds line the streets, millions watch worldwide, and history unfolds before their eyes. Christian, waiting at the altar, embodies both love and loyalty, his gaze fixed only on her. In that moment, the centuries of tradition, the weight of expectation, and the pressures of monarchy all converge into something timeless: the power of love to transcend even the greatest burdens. The world will debate, analyze, and dissect every element of this wedding. But in the end, the essence is simple. Two young royals dared to love. They dared to choose each other, despite the immense stage upon which their lives play out. And in doing so, they have reignited faith in the fairy tale, proving that even in the 21st century, royalty can still capture the imagination of the entire globe. As the bells prepare to toll, one thing is certain: this wedding will not just be remembered as an event, but as a turning point. A moment when history and heart intertwined, shaping not only the destiny of Spain and Denmark but of European royalty itself. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, two names, now forever linked. Two hearts, now one. And a world, forever changed.